2 of when Washington faces a mutiny of his own officers who, in just a small microcosm to give you a sense of it, had stopped bowing to him. So he goes to the lectern. There's been, as we said in part 1, this anonymous messaging going through that if they don't get paid, they should just pretty much take over. And here's what he says. He reviewed the events that had brought forth the meeting and reminded them he was acutely aware of their grievances and sympathized with them. And this is what he says. If my conduct heretofore has not evinced to you that I have been a faithful friend of the army, my declaration of it at this time would be equally unavailing and improper. But as I was among the first who embarked in the cause of our common country, as I have never left your side for a moment when called to public duty, as I have been the constant companion and witness of your distress, and not among the last to feel and acknowledge your merits. So he's kind of setting himself, I've been with you through all this. I know this isn't news to me. We've all been through this together. And then he entreats them. He says, let me entreat you, gentlemen, not to take measures which, viewed in the calm light of reason, will lessen the dignity and sully the glory you have heretofore maintained. Let me request that you rely on the plighted faith of your country and place a full confidence in the intentions of Congress. And then he goes forth and he actually pulls out a letter. And the letter is from a congressman who says they have been trying everything they can to get money to them. Let me see who it was real quick here. I won't read all of it. It was by Joseph Jones, a member of Congress, and he's saying they are trying everything they can, but the manuscript was difficult to read. It was scrawled and closely positioned. Washington stumbled over a few sentences, then paused, reached into his pocket, and drew forth his spectacles. As he fumbled with his glasses, he raised his eyes while sweeping the room and stated sheepishly, "Gentlemen, you must pardon me. I have grown gray in your service and find myself now growing blind." The simple observation of this at the climax of the meeting had a devastating effect on his audience. The eyes of many began to moisten. One wonders what the thoughts were as they beheld their 50-year-old commander, who had stood by them with greater personal and physical sacrifices than almost any American, who had slept an average of 4 to 5 hours a night for almost a decade because he was committed to his sense of duty. When Washington concluded and left the room, the mutiny was over. And then I'll just share with you one last thing. It says, this is by Daniel Webster, who once wrote, "America has furnished the world the character of Washington, and if our American institutions had done nothing else, that alone would entitle them to the respect of mankind." Anyway, thanks for letting me share.